So it would appear that some quote-unquote agreement has been reached in the SAG-AFTRA strike, just for the benefit of one film. Let's chat about it, don't shout about it. So the cast of the Hunger Games are allowed to start talking about their film. What makes them so special to be allowed to promote their film? There's no agreement that's actually been reached, just to be clear. The actors are still on strike, and they're not too happy about it, especially one Miss Gina Carano, who was bullied by one of the performers in the upcoming Hunger Games that none of my friends, and I have checked, none of my friends have no intention of seeing. So Gina Carano said, "What an odd strike this is. Small non-studio productions are having trouble getting waivers, but studios get the interim agreements left and right." And she's absolutely right. The big ones, fine to talk about it. The small ones, no, you're not getting anything. Celebrities go from the picket line to their promotional tours and red carpets. What happened to that? I better get paid for every hour I stand in this dress talk. That was a slight and rather polite dig at a certain lead actress in the current Hunger Games film. Meanwhile, the people who are actually suffering are the crews and actors not a part of studio projects or in the in-group to get their waivers granted. The ones whose money will run out quicker, the ones who are having to pick up second lines of work, the ones who will be controlled a whole lot easier once the strike ends based off desperation to work. Think that was by accident? Maybe they should have granted waivers for all the non-studio productions, keep people working and halt all studio productions if they really want to make a difference and reach a faster agreement. Who is this strike really intended to hurt again? Better make a deal quick. People are starting to notice. I'm sure it will be in favour of all the right people, and all the right people will part themselves on the back of an excellent deal and months of suffering well worth the wait. At least while you are at it, you could throw into the agreement that it will never again be permitted to allow any production to force inject poison, experimental jabs into people's bodies in the name of science ever again. You know, because that in itself wasn't something big enough to have had a huge strike over. The hypocrisy is palpable. The system is rigged and littered with posers. Art is free. Creativity is your rebellion. You don't need permission to do that. I find it just a tad hypocritical that these companies, these big corporations, have, suddenly gone in for these waivers in order to promote a film that is more than likely, because of the controversy surrounding one of their lead stars, is going to fail anyway. It's going to flop. I don't know how big the budget is. I don't care how big the budget is. I know that none of my friends have any intention of seeing it. I'm pretty sure that some of my subscribers, even though I don't really speak to them, won't have any intention of seeing it either. But if we go to Rachel Zegler's Twitter feed, obviously she's had this part up since April 27. That's fine. It's been pinned there the whole entire time. But this is, we've got a pre-recorded thing that she retweeted 10 hours ago, and then press day 1, and there she is posing in her press day dress. Fit Shoes by Dior, and then she's promoting all the brands. And there she is. She's going to be in theatres November 17th. Well, it's my birthday this month. I have no intention of seeing it for my birthday. I didn't even like the first film, to be honest with you. It's too much like an imitation of Battle Royale for me. Should I do randoms BTS photo drops tonight? Or, she just can't make up her mind. But yeah, so here it is. She's promoting it already on her Twitter feed. And people, of course, are not happy. And the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, lands SAG-aftra interim agreement. Okay, it is not an agreement. They've just been given a waiver so that they can go out and promote the film. The Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which nobody really wants, has received an interim agreement from the SAG-aftra. It's not an interim agreement, it is a waiver, which means that the stars Zegler, Blythe, Viola Davis, Peter Dinklage, there's another name in it, Hunter Schafer are allowed to promote the film before it premieres in theatres on November 17th. I hate to think how many big top actors have had their movies fail because they are not allowed to promote it. What makes this so different? It's just ridiculous. It's not clear why the agreement was granted so close to the film release. Well, because probably it's going to fail, I would imagine. But the late break and boost in publicity could be a huge help in getting people to go to the movies around Thanksgiving. I don't think it's going to happen. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes cost over $100 million to produce and represents a gamble because it's the first installment in the billion-dollar franchise in 8 years and the first without Jennifer Lawrence. It's ridiculous how much money they spend on films, but this is of course not anywhere as expensive as Snow White was, and with the reshoots that are upcoming for Snow White, it's going to be even more expensive. But this one's not as expensive, but I still don't think it's going to break even. Or if it is going to break even, not by much. It ain't going to break even by much. I have no intention of seeing it. So, after the news broke, Zegler posted a lengthy statement to thank Lionsgate and SAG-aftra for working so hard throughout this strike to come to an agreement. Darling, it's not an agreement, okay? It is a waiver. It is a waiver, which I know is a form of agreement, but it basically means it is just for this one film, and it's not going to be for others. Do you realise that? I don't know if you do. She added, Lionsgate's efforts are proof that studios, big and small, Lionsgate is huge. I've not heard of any small companies that have actually had a waiver signed either, but you know, can meet us in a fair place of fairness for their films and the people who work so hard to make them. Like I said, there are so many films that are big that have suffered because they are not allowed to promote. I cannot believe I get to say this with only a few weeks to spare, she wrote, but see you out there on the press tour. I'm not entirely impressed that this has gone ahead. They shouldn't be promoting the film. They shouldn't be allowed because other people are not allowed. And what does that say about the industry that I'm in? Let me know what you think. Chat about it. Don't chat about it. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will be back on Saturday at a slightly later time because I'm having my hair chopped for the live stream on Twitch. So I'll see you there. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.